Hello, this is Jet6R6 from the Secure clan, and here I'm going to show you a navy battle. This is against a guy called Tyreem, and he is from the Data clan, or Data clan. I was glad to be playing someone from a clan because the last couple of battles I've basically played, I've had people drop in when they were losing, and with a clan player you don't tend to get that so often. Quite a well-respected clan as well, so I knew this was going to be quite an honourable opponent, and we wouldn't have any issues of people dropping early. My fleet, I've gone for 2 cannon boon, and the rest of my units, siege tower units. These are extremely powerful in naval battles, especially against all melee ships like medium, large boon. Ship in the middle here, this is a matchlock unit. I could have changed that out for something like a bomb ship or a bow ship or something similar, but I preferred to keep the matchlock theme going here. This is a typical start to a sea battle where you have this standoff with your 2 cannon boons, so no one really wants to move into range of the other cannon boon first, although I can see my opponent is going around this island here. He's brought with him a fleet of 2 cannon boons. He has 3 siege tower units, and he's also got the Shogun ship, or the Nihon Maru, which is this huge ship over here. So quite a massive boarding party, plus a large number of archers. Although against siege tower units, if you have concentrated fire on a ship like that, they tend to lose before they get into boarding range. So what I've done now is I've positioned my fleet so I can keep the enemy at range, control the centre here, but I've used these units on the left so I've got plenty of room to make a fast attack if the opportunity allows. And in this case, as my opponent's put a lot of his fleet around this island here and left his siege cannon units at the rear here, I'm going to move in quite quickly and see if I can take out those units early. What I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to offer him some units to shoot at other than my cannon boon first, so I'm going to be leading in with these 3 ships in the front row here, and I know they're going to take some casualties, but I'm going to let them shoot those before they actually get the chance to shoot my cannon ships. So unless the enemy player is actually aiming at my cannon ships specifically, his first rounds are going to actually go into those ships I'm sacrificing at the front there. Now I'm going to move my cannon ships in closer as well, so I can turn them broadside at the appropriate time and return fire with those cannon ships. So here we go, plans worked. He's actually fired on this siege tower boon first, and now I could turn broadside with my units and return fire on his siege tower, his cannon boon at the front there, like so. All the time I'm looking to close the gap with my siege tower units here and get into the battle quite quickly. As we can see, he's now starting to turn part of his fleet around to come and support his cannon ships. My fleet is going to close quite quickly on his cannon ships before he can support them. I've lost one of my cannon ships, but I still have one left, so that's still going to give me the supremacy. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to group these siege tower units fairly close together so they're all supporting each other and their arcs of fire are all overlapping when the enemy come in. And this is almost a perfect scenario for me because he's going to be advancing into the overarching arc of fire of all my units together, so they're going to be concentrating on these ships one at a time as they come forward. See my cannon boon in the distance there. I'm going to turn that broadside soon and fire on this Shogun ship. This fleeing cannon boon ship here has actually worked to my advantage because that's going to stop the enemy ships advancing any closer. And as you can see, the siege tower units with the cannon boom in support is making short work of this rather large and dominating Shogun ship here. And that ship surrendered already. Enemy cannon boom in the distance here has regrouped. This ship was actually on its way to see it off the map. I tend to chase down any fleeing ships like cannon booms, which can still be quite devastating should they reform. So either until the point they surrender or they leave the map. So now this ship surrendered, I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to make sure that that cannon boom leaves the area. Here you can see that the Admiral's flagship is now routing. Again, I'm going to keep that under fire because I don't want that ship to reform anywhere on the map. So I'm going to assign the ship to chase this one down, either until it surrenders completely or until it's completely routed. So both these ships should be out of combat fairly shortly. Enemy's remaining ships are coming around the back of the island here. So here has 2 siege tower booms. I'm effectively going to use my cannon for when those ships come in. And now I'm going to send the rest of my remaining fleet to support those units and finish off the enemy fleet. Again, I'm keeping my Admiral's ship quite close to my cannon boom, so if they waver at all, the Admiral's ship is there to help steady them. And if they are going to waver or even flee, hopefully they'll regroup with the presence of the Admiral's ship. And now what I'm going to try and do is prevent his siege tower units getting too close to my cannon boom, although it really doesn't make much difference at this stage of the battle, and just finish off these remaining ships. So as you can see, once again overarching ranges of fire, so I'm completely going to surround that ship until it surrenders. This is Jet6R6 signing off, and I hope to be up with some more videos soon.